So I've got 1 hour, and I've been thinking a lot over the last week or so about this 1 hour and how I can best serve each of you. But I'm not going to assume anything. So before I start, give me some feedback. What I'm looking for is what you perceive to be the #1 challenge standing between you and the results in the future that you want. And we'll start with Lindsay. We had a great conversation at dinner last night. It was wonderful with you and Lynn and Anita. So maybe you can go first.
I'm not sure that I've got my system set up exactly right.
Okay. I would like your guys' permission, actually, just to be completely raw and unplugged for the next hour if you can. Because I'm so pent up, you can probably tell I'm bursting at the seams. And I am kind of rough around the edges. And if I can have you guys' permission to just be completely authentic with you, I feel like we have 1 hour. I have 1 hour with you to make an impact, to really give you something of value. So do I have your permission for that? Yeah. Even if it's a little uncomfortable and put you on the spot and cut you off and that kind of stuff. Yeah. It's all for the best interest, best end result in mind. Okay. Matthew.
Yes.
What's your #1 challenge right now?
That's what my answer is, just getting the focus plan.
The plan. Christine, what do you think your #1 challenge in your life or your business is right now?
Besides Matthew.
Besides Matthew.
Actually, it's very close to what he said. Structure. Yeah.
Okay.
Driving structure.
Peter, just shout it out. We'll just
putting that plan together.
Plan? Yeah. Who else? Dustin.
I want to take the world on, and I can't. That's probably my obstacle. I want to do everything to create my success, and it means that I work 14-hour days, and you know the routine, Jeff.
Every day when we get up out of bed, I know I certainly do, life just comes at us. So if this is time, this is happening whether we want it or not, right? Time is happening. The clock is ticking. And the sense of urgency that I'm going to bring to you here today is that the only thing we cannot get more of is time. Once today is gone, once today is over, it's gone. It's never coming back. We'll never get another chance to live today. So in that context, there are 2 ways of being at any given, 3 ways of being. You've got neutral, you have proactive, and you have reactive. The vast majority of the world lives in a reactive state. What I have here on the whiteboard these essentially are segments of society, you could call them, different levels of, it could be lifestyle, it could be income, this could be $1 million, it could be $10 million, this could be $100,000. I'm just pointing out the stratification of how we operate, how we get the results that we get. And I feel like if I can help you guys understand how best to use this very valuable commodity that we have is time, all of these things that you think are your challenges, these actually aren't your challenges. These aren't the problems. These aren't what are standing between. I mean, focus isn't what's standing between you, Justin, and taking over the world. This right here is what we're going to be talking about today. Because what's missing in all of these conversations, all of the how-to conversations, we are stuck in a how-to world. How to do this, how to do that. The next best strategy or the easiest way to solve this problem. And we're always looking for how-to, right? Every one of us, if we could just ask 10 questions of just anybody in the world, that they would be how-to questions, right? How do I get from here to here, from here to here? And as time goes on, our life, we'll come up and, we'll bounce off of, what do you think this line is in this case? Okay. I call these terror barriers. We talked about fear and courage this morning, getting onto that zip line. When you step through that fear, that holy shit moment, that's when you pop through this for just a moment. You know what it feels like when you do that? And immediately after you have this high, like, woohoo, I did something that I never did before, or I expanded my consciousness or my horizons. That's getting a glimpse of the next level. This here is our comfort zone. And our comfort zone dictates the quality of our life or our lifestyle. And for years, I lived, and let's just I'll use my personal story here. So say this is $50,000 right here, and say this is 250, say this is $1 million. For years, working at Midas, pain, pain. You bounce back and forth between pain. You try to stay in the middle of our comfort zone where it's the most comfortable. But we're more motivated by pain than we are by comfort. So what happens is we bounce along. Sometimes we'll get frustrated. We'll decide we want more out of our life. We want change our results. And we'll take some risk. But then the pain of that being uncomfortable, being outside of our comfort zone, pushes us back to the middle. And we live this reactive life. We're just bouncing along through this channel. So what I'd like you to do right now in your notebooks is, you don't have to draw it out like in the detail that I have, but make yourself a little graph. And I'd like you to do whatever this first line is, whatever this channel is that you're operating within here, that number should go right here. So if you're in the, say, the $50,000 range, or the $150,000 or $500,000, that comfort zone, what we're going to try to do today is identify your comfort zone. And why it is that you're stuck in that comfort zone. And why it is that none of these things will get you out of this channel. Okay? The quality of your life is determined and controlled by something completely other than this. These are just pieces of the bigger puzzle. So go ahead and put down the range, whatever that is, if it's 50,000, 100,000, 250,000, whatever. Then on this top line up here, where do you want to be January 1, 2013? So that's this right up here. Okay. So that's your target.